1133. Welcome back. What's Cooking program, the nation's food, wine, restaurant, travel, and entertainment show. I'm Michael Horn. That's Paul Stertn.
Always fun having Tyler Florence on What's Cooking Today. That whole thing that he has going with the restaurants in San Francisco at Napa Valley seemed like a great opportunity to kind of get a little taste of what Tyler Florence is all about.
Yeah, and you were right about the Haas. I would say that they are the best for grilling because they have that tougher skin on them. That it was just holds up well. It would be on the grilling, and it's easy to scoop the avocado out of the Haas because of that. But there is another one, and I don't want to start naming names here because I know there's a Fuerte and there's something else, but I'll get the name. It's a huge avocado, big, and a lot of meatiness to it. And those things just grow like weeds, and they're delicious and great for slicing and adding it onto your food or putting them in omelets or eating it just straight. And is this avocado season? I believe it's got to be now. This is really good time. It's actually, I think they're still forming on the trees, but sometime somewhere in the year, from Chile or somewhere in the southern hemisphere, the avocados come in, so you have them pretty much year-round in the stores, and this is great for grilling. I'm going to try that this year.
Well, the guy that might know if the avocados aren't in season might be our very good friend, the host of the Sonoma Report, all the way from Santa Rosa, California, none other than the one and only Larry Van Alst.
Hey, Larry, welcome to the broadcast.
Hey, Michael Horn, Paul Stertn. It's always a pleasure to be with you on the air.
Now, we're going to be working together Saturday at the big Sonoma Showcase. Are you filling in here with us and joining the broadcast crew as you did last year? This is your haunt, man. Actually, we're filling in for you, I guess. This is your big event.
It is the perfect spot on all the earth. I'll tell you, the venue out there, I got to see Kate McMurray just a couple of weeks ago when Mike came up and visited for the Grapes to Glass, and Kate's looking forward to just a great weekend out there, so certainly looking forward to that.
You're talking about Kate McMurray from the famed McMurray family, Fred McMurray, June Haver, that is the daughter, and she is the docent, the grand poobah, the creator, the wonderment of McMurray Ranch and those great wines they do and that great property.
Yeah, Peter Noir.
And she's a babe, too. Did you mention that?
Okay, Larry, I didn't want you got to get into that. The same thing. Okay. Yes, and very quite knowledgeable.
That she certainly is, and she's just the sweetest person in the world. Yeah. So it looks like just the greatest event that we do any place in the wine country.
Now, tell everybody about this, Larry. You live in the area, and you do the Sonoma Report Wednesday nights from the beautiful Fountain Grove Inn and Conference Center. You're a sommelier. You have a lot of guests on the show. This is a big fundraiser to help local charities, correct?
Absolutely. You know, there are more than 60 restaurants and probably over 100 wineries that participate in this. All goes to charity. There's a silent auction. Some of the great vintages and some of the large format bottles of the greatest wineries in all of Sonoma County are up for auction at the silent auction. There are any number of different things you can do to support just a myriad of charities in the wine country. You can go to a number of Friday night dinners. You can go to the great big auction, which happens on Sunday. But the event that both you and I think I think it's the favorite, or my favorite, is the Great Taste of Sonoma County on Saturday during the day.
Yeah, that is a huge one. That's where they have the big tents. They have one from Dry Creek, one from Alexander Valley, one from Russian River, one from the Sonoma areas, and it's the winemakers and then the chefs from each of those areas get in there, and you're walking in amongst a culinary and a taste to treat.
Yeah, and you know, it's my bet that not one of them will have on their appetizer list grease balls.
Yeah,
I think we're going to be safe here.
Apparently, you've been listening
I don't
to the
think
show.
that was
Thank
at
you,
Trader
Larry.
Vic's either, but I'll double check just to be sure.
By the way, speaking of those grease balls, they are available at certain restaurants on the appetizer tray if you get the sampler, Larry. That's how much
None at the Taste of Sonoma, I'll guarantee it.
Not at the Fountain Grove. But you know, at the Taste of Sonoma, and I'll just warn anybody who attends this event or events like it, beware of the guy, and you know who you are if you're listening, the guy that finds maybe one of the best pieces of beef or something, and they keep going back to the same location and getting little toothpicks a taste of these, and sometimes they do it under the guise of, hey, Larry, I got a great place to show you, come back with me, and they grab another. And Paul, I want you to see this place, they grab another. And sometimes they actually step out of line. We saw this at the Grape to Glass Festival there in Russian River, Larry, right in your neighborhood. Some guy waited in a line to get some weenies on a toothpick.
Yeah, Larry, is there
and
a
then
proper...
he started taking extra weenies. He didn't even get back in line. He was in there taking 2 or 3 at a time, right, Paul?
Yeah, Larry, what's the etiquette to try to actually get away with such a feat?
I think it's just an elbow to the ribs.
Oh, there you go.
That's a good. See, now I like Larry. That's a good one. You see, I kind of gave him a glare, and then he started to laugh a little bit over there. But he was going back in, and there's a big long line. And I think how they have the different types of hot dogs on the different. So I think you have this place that distributes nationally, Kowalski Farms. They have like this shop where they have different types of jams and jellies.
They're terrific, those people.
All sorts of things, and they have like toppings for salad dressings. They've got the marinades and all this stuff, and they have pies and stuff. And so you want to try them all, but you can't do it all in one time, or you'll be there for days.
I think your pal, the Generalissimo, I got a little pomegranate preserves from Kowalski one year, and they make so many treats up there. They're married also into the Dutton family, so there's a combination of wines and those great preserves and pies, and it's just a
Wait, the Kowalskis married into the famed Dutton family? How did that work? What happened there?
Steve Dutton married one of the Kowalski girls.
Wow, interesting. And so that's connecting two of the royalty families of the beautiful Sonoma County area.
Without a doubt, and they have a bunch of kids now, so I'll tell you, it's going to be a dynasty going on. We're going to see a TV series about this, I'm sure.
Is there a lot of that going on up in the Sonoma area there, a lot of that intermarriage kind of stuff going on?
Not quite as much as you might think.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Larry. Larry will have a report on that on the next show. What's coming up on your next report, the Sonoma Report, buddy?
Hey, we got Derek Trowbridge coming on. We saw him a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, sure.
He has Old World Winery. He does wines in Sonoma County in an old-fashioned way. It's fascinating. It'll be a great story.
That was the old Williams Salem facility, wasn't it, Mike?
I believe so. Yeah,
That's
he
it.
was. Yeah, and we want to go there. That's right off of the 101 freeway, isn't it? On like River Road or something.
It's not far, just a few minutes off.
By the way, there's so many great stands up in your area for fresh fruit and things, and tomatoes and things like that. Just wonderful up there.
You're going to be coming back to L.A. with just great produce from Northern California.
We love it. Larry Van Alst with you. What's cooking on Wine, the Sonoma Report, Wednesday, 6 Pacific, 9 Eastern on CRN. Thanks, Larry.
Listen carefully to this message. If you are about to